How you start your day matters more than you think. It's not just about routine or habit, it's about setting a divine foundation for everything that follows. Have you ever thought about what God has planned for you today, right now, in this moment? In Jeremiah 29, God speaks directly to your destiny, your future, and the plans He has for you. What if, instead of waking up and diving into your distractions, you began every morning with the Word of God? What if you aligned your thoughts, your actions, your entire day with the truth in Jeremiah 29:11? I'm here to tell you that this is where your breakthrough begins. Let me show you how to start your day with power, purpose, and divine direction. When you wake up, the first battle is not against your circumstances, it's against the clutter of your mind. It's in those moments that you need a reminder of God's purpose for your life. Jeremiah 29 is not just a verse you read, it's a declaration from God Himself that speaks into your future. You might be thinking that this is just another day filled with ordinary tasks and routine challenges, but God sees it differently. He looks at your day as part of a grander design, a journey toward the fulfillment of His purpose for you. In Jeremiah 29:11, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Notice the certainty in His words, "I know the plans." God is not guessing about your future. He's not unsure. He knows. His knowledge of your life is not limited by time, nor is it hindered by the obstacles you face. His plans are woven into the very fabric of your existence, designed to prosper you even in seasons when you feel lost or overwhelmed. What does it mean to prosper according to God? It's more than just material wealth or success. It's about spiritual wholeness, peace, and joy that surpass understanding. God's definition of prosperity includes your emotional and mental health, your relationships, and the purpose He has called you to fulfill. And when you wake up each day acknowledging that God has set a divine plan for you, it shifts your perspective. You are no longer moving aimlessly, you are walking in alignment with a heavenly purpose. Starting your day with Jeremiah 29 is about resetting your heart and mind to the promises of God. Life will throw uncertainties your way. Some days will feel like you're walking through fire, but even in those moments, God's plans are still working in your favor. When you make it a habit to speak Jeremiah 29 over your life every morning, you're not just reading words on a page. You are entering into a dialogue with the Creator who holds your future in His hands. You are reminding yourself that His thoughts toward you are good, that He has a future filled with hope prepared just for you. Imagine waking up and instead of reaching for your phone or worrying about the tasks of the day, you take a moment to declare, "God, I thank you that you know the plans you have for me today. I trust you because your plans are to prosper me, to give me hope, and to give me a future." That is a powerful declaration. It sets the tone for everything else. You are placing your faith in the one who already knows the end from the beginning. You are allowing His word to anchor your day in purpose and peace. But here's the thing, trusting in God's plan doesn't mean every day will be smooth. In fact, Jeremiah 29 was written during a time of exile for the Israelites, a period when their world was turned upside down. Yet, in the midst of uncertainty and displacement, God gave them a word of hope. He told them that even though they were in a difficult season, His plans were still intact. And the same is true for you. Whether you're facing trials, hardships, or uncertainties, God's plan for your life is still in motion. He is working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail for your good. When you start your day with this kind of understanding, you take control of how you respond to life. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, but a vessel of purpose. You realize that even your trials are tools in the hands of God, shaping you into the person He created you to be. Jeremiah 29:11 gives you the confidence to face each day with boldness, knowing that God's hand is upon you and His plans are working in your favor. There's a reason why God's promise in Jeremiah 29:11 is one of the most quoted verses in the Bible. It's because it resonates with our deepest desires, the desire to know that our lives have meaning, that we are not just existing but thriving in the purpose God has ordained for us. And this purpose is not just for the future, it's for today. Each day is a step toward the fulfillment of God's promises. Every morning is an opportunity to align yourself with His plan, to walk in the knowledge that you are part of something far greater than yourself. But let me remind you of something crucial: God's plans do not unfold overnight. Sometimes they take more time than we expect. But here's the beauty of God's timing: while we are waiting, He is working. While we are questioning, He is preparing. Every season, whether it feels like abundance or lack, is part of God's design to bring you closer to the fulfillment of His plan. And when you start your day with that in mind, you will live with a sense of peace that nothing in this world can take away. To fully grasp the power of Jeremiah 29, you need to go beyond just reading it. You need to internalize it. When God says, "I know the plans I have for you," He is inviting you to trust in His wisdom over your own. You might not see the full picture, but God sees it. He sees the outcome of your faith, the fruit of your obedience, and the joy that awaits you on the other side of your trials. Starting your day with His promise is an act of faith. It's acknowledging that even when you don't understand the circumstances, you trust that God's plan is better than your own. You trust that He is leading you toward a future filled with hope, and that every step you take today is part of the journey to that promise. That's why it's so important to let this verse be the first thing you meditate on each morning. Let it shape your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude. Let it be the lens through which you view your entire day. When you wake up with Jeremiah 29 in your heart, you're not just preparing for another day of routine. You're preparing to walk in alignment with God's will for your life. You're setting yourself up for spiritual success, for divine appointments, and for God's favor to manifest in unexpected ways. There's power in starting your day with the Word of God, because it prepares you for whatever challenges may come. You are equipped, not by your own strength, but by the promises of the one who holds your future in His hands. Every morning is an opportunity to recommit to God's plan for your life, to remind yourself that you are not here by accident. You are not wandering through life without purpose. God has placed you here at this moment in this season for a reason. And when you start your day with Jeremiah 29, you are choosing to live in alignment with that divine reason. You are choosing to walk in the direction God has set for you, trusting that He will guide you every step of the way. When you wake up each morning with the promise of Jeremiah 29:11 in your heart, you're tapping into the mind of God. You're connecting to the eternal wisdom that has already designed your life from beginning to end. But let me tell you, this walking in alignment with God's plan doesn't mean every moment will be easy. In fact, the path that leads to your destiny will often be met with challenges, obstacles, and moments of doubt. That's where faith comes in, faith that God's plan is bigger than the setbacks, the delays, or the disappointments you may face. Each trial you encounter is not a deviation from His plan, but part of the process of refining you, making you ready for what He has prepared. Consider the Israelites who received this promise in Jeremiah 29. They were in captivity, in exile, far from the land they called home. From their perspective, everything seemed lost. Their future was uncertain, and their present situation was far from what they imagined a prosperous life to be. But God didn't abandon them in that moment of despair. Instead, He sent a word through the prophet Jeremiah, a word that cut through the darkness of their circumstances and reminded them that even in exile, even in the lowest points of their lives, God's plan was still active. You may find yourself in a similar situation today. Maybe life hasn't turned out the way you expected. Maybe you feel like you're in a season of waiting, a season where nothing seems to be moving forward. But just as God had plans for the Israelites, even in their exile, He has plans for you in whatever season you're in right now. The promise of Jeremiah 29 is that your current situation does not define your final destination. God's plan is unfolding even when it feels like nothing is happening. Starting your day with this mindset puts everything into perspective. You are not simply waiting for something to happen, you are actively participating in God's divine process. Every moment of your day, from the mundane to the miraculous, is part of the greater plan. When you wake up with the assurance that God is in control, you walk with confidence, knowing that even the delays have purpose. You begin to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Every closed door is a redirection towards something better that God has prepared for you. One of the most profound truths in Jeremiah 29 is that God's plans are always working for your good, even when they don't align with your expectations. Sometimes we have our own idea of what our future should look like. We have dreams, ambitions, and goals, and we want them to unfold in a specific way. But what happens when God's plans are different from ours? Do we trust that His ways are higher, or do we hold on to our own understanding, frustrated when things don't go the way we envisioned? This is where the true test of faith comes in. It's easy to trust God when everything is going according to plan. It's much harder when life takes an unexpected turn. But let me remind you, God is not surprised by the detours in your life. He knew every twist and turn before you were even born. And more than that, He has already provided the way through. Every obstacle you face has already been accounted for in His plan. He is not making adjustments as you go. He has already seen the end from the beginning. That's why starting your day with Jeremiah 29 is so critical. It recenters your heart on the truth that no matter what happens today, God's plan is still in motion, and it is a good plan. When God says, "I know the plans I have for you," He's not speaking in general terms. He's speaking directly to you, to your specific life, your unique purpose. His plans are not a one-size-fits-all approach. They are tailor-made for you, crafted with your gifts, your calling, and your potential in mind. And here's the amazing part: God's plans for you are not just about your personal fulfillment. They are part of His larger kingdom agenda. You are not here just to live a comfortable life. You are here to make an impact for the kingdom of God. Your purpose is intertwined with His divine mission on earth. And every day is an opportunity to contribute to that mission. So when you wake up and declare Jeremiah 29 over your life, you are not just asking God to bless your day, you are aligning yourself with His eternal purpose. You are stepping into a divine partnership where your life becomes a vessel for His glory. And that's where true prosperity lies, not in the accumulation of wealth or status, but in the fulfillment of God's purpose for your life. This kind of prosperity brings a peace that the world cannot give and a joy that circumstances cannot take away. You see, starting your day with Jeremiah 29 is not about avoiding challenges. It's about facing them with the confidence that God is with you. It's about walking into every situation knowing that His hand is guiding you, even when you can't see the full picture. It's about trusting that His timing is perfect, even when you feel like things are taking too long. God's plans are not subject to our timelines. He is never late, and He is never early. He is always on time according to His divine schedule. But here's something we must understand: just because God's plans are good doesn't mean they are always comfortable. There will be seasons where you are stretched, seasons where you are tested. But these seasons are necessary for your growth. Just as the Israelites had to go through exile before they could experience the fullness of God's promise, you may have to go through difficult seasons before you see the manifestation of what God has in store for you. But don't lose heart. Those difficult seasons are not the end, they are preparation for what's to come. When you start your day with the mindset of Jeremiah 29, you begin to see your trials differently. You start to understand that God is using every situation to shape you, to mold you into the person He created you to be. He is preparing you for the plans He has, and that preparation often involves going through the fire. But here's the good news: God never allows you to go through the fire alone. He is with you in every season, in every challenge, refining you like gold, purifying your heart, and strengthening your faith. The Israelites were in exile for 70 years before they saw the fulfillment of God's promise. 70 years of waiting, of uncertainty, of trusting that God's plan was still intact. Yet, in all that time, God never forgot His promise to them. He was faithful then, and He is faithful now. The same God who brought them out of exile is the same God who is working in your life today. He has not forgotten you. He has not abandoned His plans for you. In fact, the very season you are in right now is part of the journey toward the future He has prepared for you. Starting your day with Jeremiah 29 reminds you that no matter how long the wait, no matter how difficult the journey, God's promises are sure. His plans will not fail. He is a God of His word, and if He said He has plans to prosper you and give you a future, then you can be certain that those plans are already in motion. You may not see the full picture today, but trust that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything for your good. As you wake up each day, make it a habit to declare God's promises over your life. Speak Jeremiah 29:11 out loud, letting it sink deep into your spirit. Let it shape your thoughts, your actions, and your expectations for the day. When challenges arise, remind yourself that God's plan is still at work. When you feel discouraged, remind yourself that His thoughts toward you are good. And when you're tempted to give up, remember that His future for you is filled with hope. This is the power of starting your day with the Word of God. It transforms the way you see yourself, the way you see your circumstances, and the way you see your future. It gives you a foundation to stand on when everything else feels uncertain. It anchors your soul in the truth that God is for you, not against you, and that He has already gone ahead of you to prepare the way. So as you step into your day, hold on to the promise of Jeremiah 29. Trust that God's plans are in motion, even when you can't see them. Know that He is with you in every season, guiding you, leading you, and preparing you for the future He has ordained. And as you align your heart and mind with His word, you will find that each day becomes an opportunity to walk in the fullness of His purpose for your life. As you embrace Jeremiah 29 each morning, may the promises of God fill your heart with hope, peace, and purpose. Remember, His plans for you are not just for today, but for a future filled with His goodness. Trust that no matter what challenges arise, He is guiding you toward His divine destiny. Let each day be a fresh start, aligned with His will and purpose for your life. May the Lord bless you, strengthen you, and lead you in every step you take. Thank you for allowing me to share this word with you. May God's favor rest upon you as you walk in the fullness of His plans. Blessings to you always.